Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Freelance Life, the podcast. Well, thank you guys for joining in today, this evening. If whatever you are guys doing, kumakain man, nasa biyahe man, thank you guys for joining us today. So, I would not say us, but yeah, well, whoever is joining with us, so we can say just joining us. Anyways, thank you guys. If you were wondering why am I alone, well, basically there is a slight change on the schedule, and we have to give it time for her to relax and get some rest. So, yeah, so for this episode, you're just gonna be stuck with me. I'm sorry about that, pero well, I'm excited. Well, before that, before tayo mag-start, I just wanna say salamat sa lahat na patuloy na sumusuporta at patuloy na nanonood ng podcast namin. you know it's really a pleasure for us to see you guys interact with us on Facebook and even on Instagram. Thank you guys for all your support, and thank you for the last episode that we have, the pros and cons of freelancing. Hopefully the one that we listed are the stuff that can help you get started, at least give you an idea of what you're gonna encounter when you start to really step into freelancing. So right now, it's just gonna be me. So you're gonna be stuck with me for a few minutes, a few hours, not hours, just a few minutes. And yeah, so well, if you're wondering where is Angel, well, she's currently resting right now. So I'll just give it to her. And like what I said, it's a freelancing. You have to balance your life. So if you need rest, you have to rest. But if you have a commitment, you have to do the commitment. So basically, it's a balance of work and life balance. So yeah. So whatever we're gonna talk about today is basically I had gone through. I'm sorry. I have gone through with Angel. So basically, hopefully she approve whatever I'm going to say here. If ever she's watching, or if ever her friends is watching. So yeah. So and anything that will be discussed here basically is not about it's not about like a professional advice, really, like to legally like follow it. It's just it's based on our experience, on my experience and Angel's experience. So yeah. So what are we going to talk about today? So we're going to talk about finding freelance work. So everybody wants that, right? Everybody wants to know how to find a freelance work. But you'll be surprised that I am now going to show you a disclaimer again. Ano kaagad, na heartbreak agad. I'm not gonna show you where to how to create profile, where to apply. That this is not the episode for that, but this is the episode for just to give you what you need to ready before you apply, and some tools that are some applications and platform might be mention natin, but it's not really a walkthrough. So hopefully you're not expecting for that on this episode. But if you guys are wanting to have that walkthrough uh, guide, then we can definitely create a video for that. We're still growing. We're a growing community. So yeah. So whoever is watching today, thank you so much for attending, and I'm really really happy that you are sticking around, and hopefully you don't get tired of my voice or you don't get tired of our topic for today. So, yeah, so finding freelance work tips and strategies is what we're gonna talk about. So, but before that, I want to say the disclaimer first. So, the views and opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any organization. The information presented in this podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be taken as legal, financial, or other professional advice. Listeners are encouraged to do their own research and consult with appropriate expert before making any decision based on the information provided below. So, just to give you like a heads up that the informations that I will be sharing is basically based on experience. You can take it as a professional advice, but I still encourage you to do your own research. So we have several tips here to go to um, for finding a freelance work. So, number one that I have on the list is identify your skills and expertise and consider what service you can offer as a freelancer. So, this is the first thing that you have to check or make a checklist pag gusto mo mag-start ng freelancing. Everyone has a gift, you know. Lahat tayo binigyan ng pag-ano ng kakayahan. So it's either paano mo siya gagamitin para maging tool mo para sa freelancing. So what you need to do is basically create the list of what you are good at. For example, if you are good at soft skills like yung mga typing skills or yung data entry, or if you are good naman, if you have a good voice like me, sabay ganun, clean di ba? If you have a good voice, you can do voiceover, you can do customer service. So basically, this is the first thing you have to do to list down what is your skills and expertise. Of course, parang 'yan sa giyera, 'di ba? Kung ano yung alam mong gamitin, ayun yung panlalaban mo. So basically, um, yeah, it's what you already know is the best tool that you can use as a starting um so, like what I said, make a list of your skills, including both hard skills such as technical abilities, specific software expertise, like if you're good at Excel, if you're good at Photoshop, if you're good at Adobe Creatives, or if you have like good soft skills like communication and problem solving or managing and stuff like that. So, list down all the things that you are good at. For example, Angel is good at communication. She is good at customer service. So right now she is doing a virtual assistant for several clients in United States. So able to use that, and she gained those skills um, from call centers and also from school for sure. And then on my side naman, I'm on the creative side, so I know how to create logo. I know how to create a website. I know how to create a graphics for social media. So I use that as my tool to showcase or to present as my primary offer to the potential client. And this second thing is still on the listing about listing the expertise that you have. If you think about the projects and tasks you have completed in the past and the success you have achieved with that. So, for example, when I say about past, like you know, if you are doing a call center job before, then that's a number one skill that you can have. That is like customer service. Then you can use that as your primary skill and then contact a business that is needing a customer service. And then the third one, still under that finding your skill, is consider any relevant education or training you have received, as well as any certifications or licenses you hold. So, of course, when we were like, kung we studied in college, we have certifications. Like for sure, for example, if you are on a computer science field or computer engineering field, you have certifications as Cisco, you have certifications at CompTIA, and then if you are also naman sa mga creative side, may mga certification pag nag-attend ka ng events and stuff like that. So you can use that as a proof na this you are skilled on that field. And then the last on that identifying skills is ask your friends, your colleagues, or past clients if you had one for feedback on your skills and strengths. These can provide valuable insights into what you do well and what services you could offer as a freelancer. So, yes, the source of truth is basically the people you encounter. They will verify the list or the skills that you have listed. They will verify if you are good at that or if you need improvement with that. So as a friend, hey, so tingin mo ba I can do this better, or do you think I have a skills on this? It's okay. It's really okay to ask that information through a friend because sometimes we don't know that we have that skills. Sometimes we are not aware that we are good at that skills. So basically ask your friends, your coworkers, previous coworkers, and even managers, and then also ask them for feedback on which areas of that skills you need to improve. Okay, so in in closing on that, it's once you have a clear understanding of your skills and expertise, you can start to think about what services you can offer as a freelancer. For example, if you are a graphic designer with experience in branding and marketing, you could offer services as logo design, web design, and social media marketing or social media graphics. So that is basically what you can come up with, the list of skills that you have written. So, for example, if you are good at communication, you can take care of customers. Um, what do you call this? Customers' issues. You can handle them properly. You know, you can de-escalate their frustration from the company. So you can be a customer service for that. So that's for our first skill, which is like that's the first tips that I have here for you in finding your freelance job or freelance work. The first tip is basically identify your skills and expertise and consider what service you can offer as a freelancer. So that's the first one. It's so awkward to just be alone. I, it's like wala akong kausap, hindi ako makapag get na impact or makapag get na output from a different perspective. Kasi me and Angel has a different niche, a different level service to offer sa customer or sa client. So she is more on a assist virtual assisting job. I am more on a creative and development side. So we have like different um, um, audience or client. So it's really good to have her here, but we'll give her this time to um, rest and stuff like that. So the next tips that I will leave to you guys is create a strong portfolio of your work to showcase to potential clients. A strong portfolio is essential for any freelancer looking to find work and showcase their skills and expertise. A portfolio is a collection of your best work, and it should be used to demonstrate the value you can offer to the potential clients. There are some tips for create Here are some tips that I will provide for creating a strong portfolio. Basically, it can be, if you are a writer, then you can list down all the blogs that you, if you have a commitment, or if you with a client na hindi pwedeng i-showcase yung sinulat mo for that client, at least you still have different source of portfolio, like your blog, your personal blog, or a previous newsletter, or a previous commitment with your school na nagsulat ka ng news for them and or an article for your company or for your school. So that could be a good portfolio for the writers and for the designers for all the projects that you have submitted to your to your teacher. For sure you have the rights for that, so you can use that as your portfolio, a starting point for your portfolio. And also right now for those creative people, there is a lot of like ways for you to promote or to gather your portfolio and promote it through social media. Nowadays you can use Instagram as your page for the work that you've done for 3D animations, social media graphics and logo website. So basically you have these resources now. Before, we need to create our own website, we need to create our PowerPoint, and we need to present it to the client. So the you can still do that. You can still create your own portfolio or PDF. You can still gather all your information or all your best work. um, so, yeah, number one tips for creating a strong portfolio is select your best work. Your portfolio should only include your best and most relevant work. This means choosing projects that showcase your skills and expertise and that are representative of the type of work you want to do as a freelancer. So, for example, gusto mo maging freelance logo designer and then you decided to showcase uh, a logo copy from a logo mock-up of or a copy of Jollibee or McDonald's and stuff like that or any brand. Basically, that is not going to be a good portfolio because um, it doesn't really show your creativity because it's basically it shows your skills. Okay, it shows that you can mock it up, it shows your skills that you can recreate and an art. However, it doesn't show your creativity. So it's best that for sure you have your own, like you can do a rebrand of that product. You can do a redesign of their icons. You can do a um, rearrange their colors or change their color palette. So basically, you can do that, and that will show your creativity side of it, like how you think creatively. And then second is organize your portfolio. I am really not a good at this one. Basically, I am, you know, disorganized with my portfolio when I was starting out. I just compiled all my graphic design. I just compiled all my websites in one folder and then share it with them. I didn't really realize, like uh, I didn't realize that I need to put the informations on how I did it or describe the project and stuff like that and what are the solutions that I did for that project. So I believe creating a portfolio is more towards those who are producing a product. For example, um, a voiceover. You are producing a product, so you can compile all the voiceovers that you use, or basically it's a public it's a public access already, the voiceover that you did. So basically you can send that to your client and they can see the quality of your voice. And for customer service naman, basically it's a testimonial from any clients that you have before. This is what I talk about. This is what I mentioned when I say that I'm not really good at my portfolio when I was starting out. I don't include detailed descriptions of the project I did. So this is really important, especially for those who are doing creatives, like for logo design. How did you do the process, or why did you come up with that design? So have including the detailed descriptions of the the art that you did will definitely get you a higher chance of finding a client or finding a job. And lastly is use high quality image. Yeah, definitely export it into the highest quality possible that you can do, and present it to the client. This is again falling back to the creative people because they want to see if you know uh, the technicalities in outputting or exporting a certain product, like for print and stuff like that. So they want to know that, they want to see how you do that. So keep your portfolio up to date as you complete new projects and gain new skills. Be sure to update your portfolio to reflect your current abilities and experience. This will ensure that your portfolio accurately represents your skills and expertise. By creating a strong portfolio, you can showcase your skills and expertise to potential clients and increase your chances of finding a freelance work. So, this is another red flag on me when I was starting out, and then I keep on like looking for another job or another freelance work. The website I designed like 10 years ago, or the website I designed 5 years ago, is not relevant to what is today's design or trend. So basically, as a creatives, you have to keep on improving your skills. You have to keep improving your portfolio. You have to probably make a redesign of that website, make a redesign of that logo that you did 10 years ago, or that you did 5 years ago. So that is again gonna showcase your creativity and your workflow. So that is a good another improvement of your portfolio. So yeah, so that's our second um, tips for creating a portfolio for your work to showcase to potential clients. And the third tips is use job boards and online platforms such as Upwork, Fiverr, LinkedIn, Online Job PH, freelancers.com to find and apply for freelance job opportunities. There are tons of freelance job platforms now. Even big companies nowadays use those platforms, and even the companies with the big brands have their own job posting career page, so you can see that they are hiring remote, or they are hiring, like, hybrid workers is what we call right now. So there are many, like what I said, there are many online platforms and job boards that can help you find freelance work. Some of most popular is what I mentioned earlier, and I'll just briefly describe them so that you are aware which who are they and what are they. So Upwork is a popular platform for freelancer of all types, offering wide range of job opportunities in variety of fields. It allows freelancers to create profiles and bid on the job opportunities posted by the clients. So it was Odes before. Upwork is Odes before, and now they are Upwork. So I have an account on Upwork. I have an agency on Upwork. So I highly recommend it. It's really hard to start with because there's like a lot of verifications. But once you filled out all the informations, the right informations, and fill out everything, and you don't skip anything, you will be approved. I found a lot of like um, online communities that help out with creating your profile on Upwork. So just go to Facebook and type in um Upwork Philippines and stuff like that. You will see them. You will easily find them. Basically, it's everywhere now. Then Fiverr is another platform which focuses on creative and digital services. It allows freelancers to offer their service to clients and earn money for their work. So basically, the Fiverr naman, gagawa ka ng mga items or packages for your service. Like for, let's say, for example, you are a social media marketer. You will create a 15 post with one image graphic, and 15 posts for social media for $25 or $50 or $150. And you can increase that, and you can customize your package. And that's how Fiverr works. I believe Upwork now has that kind of features that you can create your own package and you can offer that to your clients or to the potential clients. Uh, Upwork is based. The difference with Fiverr and Upwork is they are the clients, or potential clients and freelancers have access to it. They can create the client can create a job post, and the freelancers can apply for that job post. For Fiverr naman, they can still both, but as a freelancer, it's more on a freelancer side. Basically, you create a package and then the client will contact you for informations about that. Another platform that is really popular in the Philippines is the freelance jobs or online jobs PH. That PH is a Philippine-based platform that connects freelancers and remote workers with employers looking for their services. So again, this is another version of Upwork sa Pilipinas. So basically, you can create your own profile and then client will post a job and then you will apply, you will bid for that job. Sometimes the client will invite you to apply for that job. So I had several invites from them, and I don't have success on it yet on onlinejobs.ph. I have more success on Upwork because I already have built my profile on it. But on online jobs ph, it's more on angels um, radar. I'm not really on that platform a lot. And then the last thing is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is basically your professional online resume. So if your target audience is mostly like corporates and stuff like that, then LinkedIn is another platform that you can showcase or that you can create profile from, and then describe what you can do for a client, and then make sure you fill up with all the informations needed, like your job histories, and then your brief descriptions about you, what you can offer, what services you can offer for the client. Sorry. Then, lastly, is then regularly search job for opportunities that match your skills and expertise, and apply for the ones that interest you. Be sure to carefully read the job description and requirements, and tailor your application to specific job and client. So by using online platforms and job boards, you can increase your visibility to potential clients and find a wide range of freelance job opportunities. Basically, it will give you a good SEO. Like right now, if you type in your name, you might see kung ano yung meron ka, social media accounts. But once na gumawa ka ng account dito sa mga platform na 'to, and you have that option na puwede kang ma-search outside dun sa system nila, like sa Upwork meron silang na for Upwork lang, or puwede nilang sabihin puwede mong i-enable yung puwede ka ring ma-search sa search engine, which is like yung Google, search engine, or Yahoo search engine. So yeah, this basically gives you um, more visibility, more exposure, and more chance of clients finding you. And like what I mentioned, some company post their website on their website the jobs that they're looking for, and you can also apply to that directly. You know, and yeah, that's our That's our third tips for this finding a freelance work. Tips and strategies. Just keep holding on. It's gonna be so quick because I'm alone. I'm lonely. Wala si Angel. So you probably get bored of me already. But I'm trying to make it fast as to make it fast show or episode, so that you're not bored with me today. Anyways, hopefully this I still I'm still able to provide you some tips and strategies on that. So hopefully I'm still able to provide good insight and good contents for you guys. So the third one is, this is really like much needed now when you are starting on or if you are starting on your freelance career. Network with other professionals in your field, attend industry events, and use social media to promote your service and find potential clients. Why is this important? Because, you know, sa mga community na meron tayo ngayon sa Facebook and other community platforms like Twitter and Instagram, there are freelancers na kailangan ng extra hand, and because of that you will be able to find job already. You know, like for me and Angel, whenever like, hey, do you know someone na kailangan ng trabaho? Hey, I have a client that is looking for this. Do you know, you know someone? So basically, that's another way of finding a client, and sometimes the fastest one, because a recommendations or a referral from a trusted freelancer is basically sure na kagad na, or higher chance of being hired, diba? So networking is a valuable way to build relationship with other professionals in your field, and exchange ideas and knowledge. So basically, if you're having a hard time already, you can network with the other people, and then learn from them. What are they doing? For example, it's a creative side. Um, what are the latest trends in web design? What are the latest tools to use for web design? The quickest way to build a web design. So um, joining those networks will give you a head start, or a headway on, the technologies, so you will be up to date. And also there are some communities that are doing physical online events when it was possible. So basically, you can attend those. The industry events, like for example, sa WordPress community. Um, Merong WordPress community, meron tayong Facebook page for WordPress Philippines, and with that, you can join them, and then sometimes they host event, so that you can learn more about WordPress, and then you can learn additional information about WordPress. There's also events for graphic designs, like, that is basically you can attend to and network with other graphic designers and potential clients. So, yeah, so attend those events if possible, if you can, if you can attend those events, then that's really good. Then last is use social media. I mentioned this on the beginning of the show. you know Social media is one of the best tool right now. You can find clients. You can directly search for the client you are looking for. Let's say you are targeting a health and wellness coach. You just have to type in on Facebook, health and wellness coach. Or if you want to be more particular, if you want to be more specific, you can do yoga coach, and there's a ton of pages in Facebook now you can target. And then once you target that, you can apply, and you can message, hey, I saw that you posted last, you know, this date, because your Instagram or your Facebook is outdated. I think we give the benefits of having a consistent post will help the business. And then you offer your service. You can offer like for amount or for free to start with. That's another way of finding client. It's not you're not giving away a free um you're not giving away a free um service. It's an investment. you know the date that the action that you taken on that, reaching out to the client, to the potential client, is an investment for you. She may not, or he may not, get your service right away, but someday, somewhere out there, she will or he will remember, oh, someone messaged me that he can help me with my service. Maybe I should try it. you know So yeah, so don't be afraid to do that. Sometimes we have that dilemma na I don't want to do it because I don't have the courage, I don't have the confidence. But you know, don't when you hit that mindset or when you hit that, moment, please go in, go try in, go reach out to that client, connect with that client because rejection is really hard. You know, it's really hard, but it's painful. But again, it's gonna be beneficial to you. Not now, not tomorrow, but maybe later. And keep on connecting, and of course, be polite, be kind. Wag naman yung sobrang aggressive. But that's another way of finding a client using social media. And last from our tips and for this episode, which is like set clear expectations and boundaries with the client, including your rates, availability, scope of work. So when you are reaching out to the client, you have to um, be open with your rates, with your availability, saka yung kaya mong gawin. Wag ka basta-basta lang mag-jump in. Like, uh, yeah, I can do that. And then in the end, di mo pala siya kaya. So basically, you once you listed your skills, the first steps that we have, align it with the service that you can offer for that particular client. And then you can put a rate on it, like your hourly rate or your package rate on that. You know, we'll have a different. Well, I'm hoping that we can invite someone from different field that can help us. Uh, can help us with finding our rates, finding our value, our worth, when creating our service. I would like to connect with you. I'm calling for those who are around on the freelance world for a while now. We would like to get your insight. We would like to get your guidance on how we can um, rate ourselves or how we can price ourselves. So basically, you have the first one I said mentioned there is the rates. So clearly communicate your rates to potential clients upfront, including additional fees or expenses. Be confident with your rates and be preferred to justify them based on your skills and experience and the value you offer. Be open to negotiating rates, but be sure to have a clear idea of your minimum acceptable rate. So, pwede kang magkaroon ng like you have a range of rates already. This is the maximum that I can go high, or you can go high as much as you can, but this is the low that I can go. You know, with this rate, di ako lugi. Um, okay na siya, hindi ako malulugi dito. Hindi na ako bababa dito sa rate na 'to. So you have that negotiating skills, you know. Um, so yeah, and it's been a struggles with me because sometimes I work with nonprofits, and nonprofits doesn't have money. So I offer my service with them on a really, really cheap um, price. So and then sometimes I work with higher clients and I give them a different price, and the quality I gave is the same, you know, no matter what the service that I provide, I say the quality is still the same, you know, and of course it's mm, aligned to the client's requirements, you know. And the next is availability. Sometimes this is the issue with some of the freelancers. Like they keep on getting a lot of clients and they don't really check their schedule if they are overwhelmed already. They keep on getting and getting and getting clients and end up like having a lot of work to do in a day. So clearly communicate your availability to potential client, including any regular business hours or times that you are unavailable. Sorry. Uh, Stuffy kasi it's morning here. Kakagising lang natin. So, yung barado pa yung passage ko. So, yun. Pero here's the availability. So, set clear boundaries from around your work schedule and make sure to prioritize your own well-being and work-life balance again. So, uh, if you are a full-time worker right now, so some corporate job, you can find a 4-hour job, a 2-hour job, um, part-time job, and you can set that. You can inform the client I'm still working as a full-time job. For example, for my case, I'm working as a full-time freelance, not full-time freelance. Sorry about that. Um, I'm a full-time front-end developer for a digital marketing agency here in United States, but I also do freelance work after 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. Mostly, really like a small jobs that I can handle, especially when it's like I love recently I love helping out nonprofits. So if a nonprofits reach out to me, I always help them on my free hours. And I have a lot of family and friends that do a lot of freelance nonprofit jobs or nonprofit works. So I help them with, I try to help them be available with them. So yeah, I still have a lot of project on my hand right now on that case, and I'm just trying to see where I can fit it in and then work on it. Um, because as of now, I'm really busy with my full time job because of where I'm assigned to one of the projects that is really hard. But just set your time, set your availability, and then commit on your commitment. And then for that, setting clear expectations, you have to write down the scope of work, what service you can do for them. Clearly define clearly define the scope of work for each project with potential clients, including and specific deliverables and milestones. So this applies for SEO, this applies for graphic designers, this applies for creative peoples. That you have, hey, this is the initial, I can give you the draft in 2 weeks, and then I need the revision in 2 days, and then I can work on the revision in the next 24 hours. So you have to communicate that clearly and communicate any expectation and requirements for the projects, such as deadlines and revisions. So be clear about what is included in your service and what is outside of that scope, and be prepared to negotiate additional services as needed. So, like, hey, I need that animated. Well, it's not part of the initial scope that we talk about. So that is additional cost for you, you know and that's how you negotiate um with um with setting up your expectations with the clients. And then again, by setting clear expectations and boundaries with clients, you can help to ensure that your work relationship are productive and enjoyable for both parties. So you will not be stressed if you list down your service and what is included on that service. Like for customer service, this is what I can do for you. On these hours, I can answer calls, but I cannot do outbound calls because this and this. Or you can do both, but I can do this limitations. So you have limitations, and if you and the client agrees, then you are, in a good situations. You are in a good relationship with the client, you know. So that's that's those are the tips that I can leave for you today. It's a lot already, and it's kind of boring to be alone, and I would like to get some insights from the other hosts and other um experts, but if you guys think that you have some questions, you have more clarifications on how to find works, but these are just you just have to comment down your 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 questions or your concerns, and I will try to communicate with you guys. I'll respond to that. Basically, what I shared here is what I think the most um, important tips that I can leave for finding a freelance work. It's really important for me. These are the top um, important things that you have to have when you are starting to jump in, or if you are starting to do a freelance work. So um, yeah, and you know, it's not that hard to find a client. It's just a matter of, dedication on how you are going to do it. uh, First is basically know what your strengths are, know what is your skills, know what you can provide for the client. Second is gather those skills, and then find proof for those skills. um, uh, if you have proof for that skills, then gather them all. If you can get a customer testimonial for that skills, then that's a good additional um, info that will basically get you a higher chance of being higher. And then, yeah, once you have those, use platforms like Upwork, Online Jobs PH. Of course, you cannot create profiles from those platforms if you don't have the first stuff, the first things that I mentioned, which is the skills and the the portfolio or the sample of your work, you know. So, and then after you have those, after you have created your account, it doesn't stop there. You have to communicate. You have to reach out to the potential clients. You can join them on you can join in the community, network with people. Hey, I have created, I'm new to the freelancing world. I joined Upwork. How can I find a good job? Or how would I know if I'm not being scammed by a client? Because there are scam um, on Upwork. Trust me, there are scammers in there, and they will ask for money for you to work. That's not really that's not really what Upwork does. Upwork has a fee already. Upwork has a you know so they don't really gonna they the clients will not ask for a payment, you know for you to start working with them. Be careful with that. And then next is um with your network, with your community. Like if you are a social media marketer, then join a social media marketing specialist community in Facebook. Communicate with them, ask questions, gather information so that you can learn more about the industry. And then, you know, try to be friends with them, and maybe they will ask and reach out to you and see, hey, do you have a portfolio? Can I see your portfolio? So basically, again, if you don't have the portfolio, then yeah, then another stress. You have to work on it, then present it to them. So have them ready whenever people ask for that. And then next is um, once you have network, once you have reach out to the client, you have to set your expectations. You have to set your boundaries with the client. You have to set your scope of work. List down what you can do. List down that is not part of that service, so that you won't be stressed out and you have a good, smooth relationship with the client. Listing down the service that you will do for the client is a good um, attitude for a freelance, because sometimes we are really eager to create or find job to have work, and sometimes we just take whatever we can take, and that stresses us out. And they would say, hey, can you do this? Yes, I can do that. Hey, can you create this for me? Yes, I can create that. But in the end, instead of working on that project, you stress out because you have to learn, which is additional skills as well. But it takes time. And what if you can just focus on what you're best at, what you are good at, and then just when you had a time for, when you have the resources, like you have good money coming in on that client, then you can upskills, and then at the same time you have free time because you are, instead of doing three jobs, you're doing one job for that particular skills. And then you think that you have spare hours, then take that spare hours either to get clients or upskills, and again, those are the tips and tricks that I can leave for you today, for this podcast. And yeah, and I can summarize this in a Facebook post later and give you more details about it. And yeah, yeah, I guess that's it. That's it that I can leave for you guys. Thank you guys for today, and for those who join on the live today. I really appreciate you. I try to be consistent on, posting. I try to be consistent on, giving you more insights. It's all, if you will notice, it's all just high level informations from us. It's all, lahat lang siya laging pang intro lang. Bakit pang intro lang? Well, basically, this is the freelance life. We'll have a ton of episodes that will go deeper. I cannot just go in and dig deeper, be complicated on the topic, because I want everyone to be on the same road, same path, as they become a freelancer. Basically, this is for the aspiring freelancers, and we are just giving them the tools to get started. We are trying to help them get started, at least on the right way, on the right path, and I hope we are doing that as a community, as a podcast. I hope we are doing that to you, and for those who are listening, and for those who are watching online, and for those who's going to watch this later on. And I really appreciate you guys for sticking around with it, with this episode, even though it's only me. Hopefully Angel will get well soon, and then yeah, I would just like to say thank you guys for joining, and I hope you had a good Christmas break, or you have um, yeah, a good Christmas day. I'm not in the Philippines yet, but yeah, ang Christmas natin is iba. So it's really the fun of the celebration is different in the Philippines. So I miss that, but I do have family here. I do have friends here that I'll be enjoying my Christmas Eve and my Christmas Day with. So yeah, and to be honest, I haven't done any Christmas shopping yet, so I have to do it because um, I think around Thursday and Friday there will be like a blizzard. So I cannot drive on that. So it's dangerous to drive on that. So yeah, I will have to do my shopping today. So yeah, guys, thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for listening and for hanging out with me today. I hope you learned something. I hope you find this helpful. And if you guys like this, or if you think this is beneficial, you can share this. You can repost this so that people can be aware of this, of our community, and we would love to grow. We would love to be like a foundation for those who are trying to do a freelance work. Okay, thank you guys, and have a Merry Christmas. Thank you. Bye for now.